Have you ever had this moment? You're in the middle of a conversation in English. You know exactly what you want to say, but suddenly the word disappears. Your brain goes silent. You feel stuck, like there's a wall between you and the language you've worked so hard to learn. You pause, you freeze, and maybe you feel embarrassed. You think, why does this keep happening to me? You're not alone, and you're not broken. This is one of the most common struggles English learners experience, and the good news is there's a real explanation, and there are real ways to overcome it. Today we're going to explore why your brain forgets words when speaking, the psychology behind it, and exactly what to do to fix it and feel confident again. So let's break it down. Why you forget words when speaking English. Here's what's important to understand. Forgetting words when you speak is not a memory problem. It's a retrieval problem. Think of your brain like a massive library. All the words you've studied are in there. But when it's time to speak, you don't have time to search through the shelves. You need fast access. Now, when you're relaxed, your brain opens the right drawer. But when you're nervous, that drawer gets stuck. This is called retrieval failure. And it happens when your brain is under stress. The role of anxiety. When you speak English, especially with native speakers or in front of others, your brain often activates the fight or flight response. This is your body's way of protecting you from danger. But here's the problem. It can't tell the difference between a real threat and the emotional fear of making a mistake. Your hands sweat, your breathing speeds up, your muscles tense, and your language center, the part of your brain that finds words, shuts down. That's why the words disappear. Not because you didn't learn them, but because your brain thinks you're in danger. Real life example. Let's say you practice the word recommend. You've used it in writing, you know the definition. But during a conversation, your mind goes blank. Your body is tense. You feel pressure to respond quickly, and the word is suddenly gone. But later, when you're alone, you remember it instantly. Sound familiar? That's your brain trying to survive, not trying to fail. Common triggers for word loss. Here are some situations that often cause this word freeze. Speaking to someone fluent or confident, talking in front of a group, feeling judged or afraid of making mistakes, being asked a question suddenly, trying to speak too fast to keep up. Any of these can switch on stress and turn off access to vocabulary. How to fix it? Let's move to what you can actually do about it. 1. Train word retrieval, not just memorization. Most learners repeat vocabulary silently, but speaking is a muscle, and muscles need repetition under pressure. Here's how to train it. Use rapid naming. Look around the room and describe objects fast. Tell 1-minute stories using random words. Use apps or flashcards, but speak the words out loud under time limits. This builds your brain's ability to retrieve, not just recognize. 2. Simulate real-life speaking. Speak in front of a mirror, record yourself, talk to a pet, or even to yourself while doing chores. The key is don't wait until the real conversation to practice. You need to rehearse speaking, not just grammar exercises. 3. Use bridges when you blank. Instead of stopping the sentence, try this. I don't know the exact word, but it's similar to. Let me explain it another way. These phrases help keep the flow going and reduce panic. 4. Lower your speaking pressure. Before speaking, breathe slowly for 10 seconds. Smile, it tricks your brain into feeling safe. Remind yourself, I'm not performing, I'm just connecting. The goal is not perfection. The goal is communication. Reframing mistakes. Here's the truth. Even fluent speakers forget words. Even native speakers pause, hesitate, and rephrase. The difference is they don't panic when it happens. And you don't need to either. Each time you forget a word and keep going, you train your brain to stay calm. Final message. So if you've ever felt broken, embarrassed, or stuck while speaking English, please remember the word is still in you. It's just hiding behind stress. The more you practice speaking in real, calm situations, the more confident you'll become. Speak slowly, breathe deeply, and when a word disappears, don't stop. Smile and keep going. because the only way to grow your voice is to use it.